What up?
What's up, dude? How's it been?
Yeah, man, chill, and you?
It's been good. It's been busy on the work front, but not busy with no results yet.
Yeah, similar on my side.
Yeah, man.
Heavy sigh.
Well, what can
Just
you
means
do?
I can't buy comic stuff.
That's
But
sad.
now you've told me off camera about possible loot vouchers, so it's on.
Might get your buy on, get your hustle going again.
Actually bring stuff to the camera for once. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what we'll do is maybe in another video we'll just go through stuff that I managed to find and acquire. A lot of it on the action figure front,
Nice.
and I'm just not bringing them to display. But yeah, before we digress into all these things, let's focus on the main reason that we were here. Again, for those of you that are avid watchers of the channel, you know we were at the premiere of Thor: Love and Thunder. Yay!
Nice.
And again, big shout out to Michelle and the team at Iconic Brands and the whole host of sponsors that participated and helped make that event even just amazing.
Yeah.
We won't go, I don't know if we'll go through them. We'll probably just list everything down in our comments section or in the actual title part of who all the sponsors were. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, go back, it's in one of our playlists or something, have a look. Awesome event. If you haven't been to an Iconic event,
Do it.
yeah, man, get your ass down there and come join us at one of these things, because it's just always fun and it's just always awesome.
Yeah.
And in true fashion, I don't know how many of these we've actually been to, but after each one, Mark and I like to sit down and just introspect and reflect on what we watched. And we're going to do it in two parts. First thing is going to be spoiler free, so no spoilers whatsoever. That's this video right now. And the next one will be just a deep dive, spoilers galore, thoughts, etc., etc. I think maybe we should give people another caveat to say that this is one of the first that we didn't watch together.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I had family commitments and I had to travel, so Warren did attend the event without me, but I ASAP, as soon as I got back, went and watched it just so that we could be on the same page.
Yeah. So we haven't even touched base on our thoughts and everything, so this is all just raw and it's going to flow, and again, spoiler free. Okay, so let's start off high-level initial thoughts. Did you like it or didn't you like it?
I liked it.
Okay, me too.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
No, yeah, great. We crossed that hurdle. We both liked it. I also had some thoughts about it. For me, there was a lot of great fanfare and service, and for someone who loves his cosmic sort of Marvel stories, there were so many cosmic characters that make cameos or are present on screen in various ways. And if you know them, I was like geeking out to myself in a little corner, like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. Oh my God, that's this one. Again, I don't want to say names or anything. We'll probably do it in the spoiler one, but that was like amazing. But at the same time, and I'm going to preface this by saying I haven't read the Jason Aaron run where Gore the God Butcher came into the fray.
Yeah.
Haven't read that story. Very highly acclaimed from people that I've spoken to. I liked Gore. I thought it was an awesome, and I think Christian Bale's portrayal of him was great. He was, it was almost Joker-like at times. He was like you could see the guy's proper lost his mind, and driven to complete this quest of just killing every god type of thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was some hysterical moments for me, and then there was some super cheesy moments where I was just like,
You've actually, and it's so cool that we haven't really, like you said, we haven't talked about it yet, but I have a lot of the same thoughts. Like, to me, I don't want to go that far, but Gore, Christian Bale's portrayal, again, I also don't know Gore from the comics that well. When I saw him in the trailers, I was like, how would it, I know he's got the fancy sword and stuff, but like, how would a skinny dude like that go up against people? Like, he should have been more like, jacked and stuff. And I know that I'm being like, shallow now. But like, but again, his portrayal was severely freaky and actually one of my favorite parts of the film, him.
Agreed.
He stole the show in every scene he did. I thought his emotional beats, everything was just
totally.
Like you said, when he got really creepy, it was like, even that scene with the kids.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
But so here's my other, and I think it's kind of what you're saying is I thought the film had plenty amazing humor. Like,
Yeah.
but to me, it was enough, and they took it past that point where there's things that I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but sorry, but there was some things that didn't need to be funny, and one of them, I think that they take the piss out of Thor too much. It's like, okay, where's the character growth now? He's been the dumb jock that can swing a hammer around for long enough now.
Yeah, yeah. And especially coming out of Avengers Endgame, the damage and the stuff that he's had to take on and deal with, he is like, I thought that like at the end of those movies when he just decided he hops onto the ship with the Guardians and goes off, he was a different Thor. He had like, sure, almost come full circle, but even further than that with the loss that he had experienced through the whole Endgame thing. And I agree with you. It's almost like in the first couple minutes they maybe just a little take the mickey out of him a little bit too much, and then just the way they've portrayed and set him up. Yeah, there's also those things that I'm not spoiling anything here. I think anyone who's seen any of the trailers, that one scene where he comes face to face with Jane again. What I liked about that was it was one of the more, he's a god, but it was a very human reaction to seeing your ex. Like, uncomfortable, like, oh my God, it's you. I didn't plan on ever seeing you again kind of thing. And he's a bit clumsy and fumbly, and it's all summed up with that whole, she's like, geez, how long has it been? And she's so nonchalant about it, and he's almost been counting the day. He's right the way down. I liked that, but yeah, it took too long for him to come back to Thor.
And what makes me so angry, dude, is like when he needs to be serious and badass, he is, dude. Chris Hemsworth owns it, man. Like,
totally.
And even in was it Ragnarok when he that's another thing.
Yeah,
that's more spoiler. Is it? Yeah, let me just rather leave it for spoiler. But
okay.
But I just feel like but I think they just overall downplayed him, and I understand that they need to make like Jane Foster shine also, and there's shared things. But what I will say that's not so spoilerish is, again, back to the comedy thing, is you'll know what I'm talking about now. The audience might not, but like Korg, everyone knows Korg.
Yeah.
Plenty of comedy relief and phenomenal every time.
Yeah.
Like the goats, which that's all I'll say, was phenomenal.
The goats were brilliant. Hysterical.
So yeah, go watch the movie, even if just for the goats. It's worth it. And even like the comedy with his hammer was pretty good.
Sure.
Which again, I know I'm tiptoeing into spoiler, but so they didn't need to like you said, take the mickey out of him. Like there was plenty of comedy relief to keep the emotional beats going in the film. So I think they just pushed it a little bit too far. Like
what I did like, he at the end you start to see a little bit more like the way he interacts with the kids to try and just put their minds at ease. He tries to be that rock for them. I like that. I liked the whole Jane Foster beginning and all the way to the end. What happens there? I was like, wow, okay, heavy, but cool. But awesome. So yeah, I enjoyed that, and like you say, man, Christian Bale, I just did not see that performance coming. And I'm also interested to see where they're going to go right at the end. The new Thor and this new chapter in his life and who he's adventuring with, shall we say. Very curious to see that. And I think at the same time also a little bit, I think I was a bit disappointed with the Guardians cameo. I think I expected a bit more, and I think there was a part of me that just wanted more from them, which didn't happen, and that was a little bit sad. But
I did read somewhere that apparently this is one of the shortest Marvel movies in a long time, and it didn't feel rushed to me, but things did get to the point very quickly, and I thought it was paced well. But like you said, they could have maybe spent a little bit more time with the Guardians and stuff like that.
just my personal take.
But also could be that we just haven't seen a damn Guardians movie for so long, so it's like we're missing them.
and thank God one's coming soon. I think they've wrapped the filming and production on that. I think they're in post now on that film, thankfully. Okay, so how many Mjolnirs or Stormbreakers, I don't know, either one, would you give this one?
Sure, it's tough because I feel like my previous ratings don't, but I would probably 4.5 still. Even though there's small gripes, I still had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on the fun factor. It is this and Ragnarok. There were so many fun elements. Like Taika Waititi, for me, he's almost like another James Gunn in a way. He's not afraid to comicify and go a little bit overboard and over the top in some of the things, but still keep it like cool and within that realm of these are comic book characters. So of course, why not? So I do like that, and I'm leaning on, is it 4 or 4.5 Mjolnirs, because I think I enjoyed this more. Did I enjoy it more than Ragnarok? I don't know. I don't know which one I preferred, but it's definitely up there for me. And like I say, I think the thing for me was the surprise element on some of those other portrayals and other characters. So, maybe 4 for me, 4 Mjolnirs.
Nice.